Welcome to Tier 1 Jank. I am Marcus, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. I wanted to show you a little pet project I've been working on. This is a deck called Fog Ramp Burn, or as I like to call it, FERB. I came up with the idea for this deck a little while ago when Leslie was having a little bit of trouble with one of her decks. That the win condition was burn related in the way of Bane Fire or Fight with Fire. The problem she was having was that she was having a little bit trouble getting there, not living long enough to be able to have the mana to burn her opponent out. If you've seen some of my other decks, you might have noticed that I use some of the same win conditions in my Jeskai control list. The thing between mine and her deck is that Jeskai control just has all the answers in the way of counter spells and better board wipes like Settle the Wreckage and Deafening Clarion. And the deck she was running was, I believe, green, black, and red, and didn't have the same kind of board wipes and any counter spells not running blue that the Jeskai deck has. So, given that thought and just having a deck that's not running any blue at all, maybe not being able to take care of all the creatures that the Jeskai deck would be able to, I wanted to see where we could go with that. I ended up cutting the colors down to just green and red, so that's what the deck has. Now, as you can tell from the name, there's three concepts: fog, which we have four root snare, and for pause for reflection, which are the only standard legal fogs right now. The second concept in the ramp, we have four Llanowar elves, three Elvish Rejuvenator, and two copies of Circuitous Route. That'll help us get our land out, as well as four copies of Gift of Paradise, which will also help us gain a little bit life and last a little bit longer. We also have two copies of Pirate's Pillage. I really like this card. A lot of times we'll just end up dropping a land that we weren't able to play because we've already hit our land drop. Discarding that, drawing two fresh cards, and making two treasures, which will also help ramp us. Other than that, I did put one copy of Carnage Tyrant in. Sometimes just getting in that 7 points of damage will help us be able to Banefire our opponent out. There's also a copy of Star of Extinction. A lot of times we just need one board wipe late in the game after we've run out of fogs and things like that to give us that one more turn until we can get to our finish, and Star of Extinction can really help with that, as well as any planeswalkers on the field that we can't really deal with otherwise, besides maybe hitting with a Banefire. One more piece I put in here is Expansion Explosion. Now this might look a little bit odd, but this can do quite a few things for us. We can actually cast the Explosion Hat because there are two islands, and the reason that there's only two islands is that most of the times we'll just be grabbing those two with our Circuitous Route. We'll already have the green and red mana that we need. We'll just pull those two islands, and then if we want to Explosion, we can. But most of the time we'll be casting Expansion. Now, the best way to do that would be on the Fight with Fire, since its mana cost is 3, even with the kicker, the converted mana cost is still only 3. We can cast Expansion on that, copy it, and deal 20 damage. We won't always have that option. We may need to use it earlier in the game on something, possibly a Pirate's Pillage, to help us draw more cards and get more treasures. If we copy that, that's 4 cards and 4 treasures if we got off of that. We might need to copy Circuitous Route or possibly Recollect, a card I haven't mentioned yet, but that can get anything back from our graveyard. Or even something that our opponent plays. But if we can get there and just copy a Fight with Fire, we might be able to do it all in one shot. Other than that, as far as the lands, it's pretty basic. We have a lot of basic lands, as well as two Rootbound Crag because that's what I had on Arena already. I didn't purchase any lands with wild cards for this deck, and two Timber Gorge. Um, this deck is relatively a budget deck. Um, it's a little bit more expensive with the Carnage Tyrant and the Rootbound Crags and things. Um, but if you cut those out, it'd be really budget. And if you did actually want to make it a little bit better, you might want to add another copy of Carnage Tyrant and the other Rootbound Crags. That would put the price up just a little bit. And I don't, expect this deck to be winning any tournaments or anything like that, but I thought we could have a little bit of fun with it. And I know there's some new players out there that just, looking at brews, and this is something that's relatively cheap if you wanted to put it together. But I hope you enjoy the deck. We are going to go over and play a constructed event with it. Just try it out a little bit. Like I said, I'm not expecting it to do the best, but it is a fun deck, and it can get there from time to time. Switch the camera back over so it's in a better spot for gameplay. And turn this down now. Jump on constructed event. As most of you probably know, you can buy into this with 500 gold. Go ahead and select our deck. And jump into a game. See how this does. Please let me know what you think about the deck down in the comments. Like the video if you can, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll get started here. Alright, I think this is okay to start. Our opponent drops an elves. We just play our land. We don't have an elves of our own to play. Right now we're just looking to Gift of Paradise on 3. This elf isn't worth using one of our fogs on. Makes it a little bit more powerful swing next turn. We can go ahead and play our Timber Gorge here. Don't need to play anything on 2. I think we can take this 4 points of damage next turn. Opponent plays Nullhide Ferox now that we can start earning our fogs. For right now, though, I think we can take one more swing and get this Gift of Paradise out. Just put it on our forest. Now we're going to take 10 here and go down to 9. And we're going to have to start using our fogs. Hopefully we'll be able to get to the start of Extinction and just wipe the board. And now we have a Galta. That would be a problem if we didn't have a big Star of Extinction coming down. Let's see, we're at 5 mana. We have 2 fogs, so we should be able to hit it. We have our 2 lands already. I don't want to cast the Pillage because I don't want to waste the treasures to play the fog, so we'll just pass. Our opponent probably thinks he's going to win right here. Not many people playing fogs. This is going to be really rude when we play the Star of Extinction. Okay. Now, we can play either Pirate's Pillage or Circuitous Route. I think we're just going to cast the Pillage and actually discard the Circuitous Route. And we'll still have the mana up to use our Root Snare. Okay, we got our Fight with Fire. We'll just pass. Use the Root Snare next turn, and then we'll use Star of Extinction to wipe the board. No damage. Go to our turn. Forest, and we'll play Star of Extinction. We also get rid of a land in the process, putting our opponent down to 3 mana. That can't feel good. 4 mana. And Steel Leaf Champion. Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are 1 mana off from being able to copy Fight with Fire, so we're just going to pass. Hope our opponent doesn't have a pump spell to boost up the Steel Leaf Champion and see if we can do 20 points of damage next turn. And there's a Vivian Reed. It's going to look for a creature or a land. He gets a land. And we'll go to our turn. And we got another copy of Expansion. Okay, so we're going to sack our treasures for red mana. We are going to cast Fight with Fire Kicked, targeting our opponent only for 10 points of damage, and then use our expansion to copy it and do another 10 points of damage. Only our opponent. Our opponent says good game. Good game, opponent. And that's how the deck's supposed to work. So I'm pretty happy with that. We'll jump right into another game here. It does not always work like that. Sometimes it gets overwhelmed. That was a luck workout for us there. But that is how it's supposed to work. So go ahead and jump right into another one. So at least I got to show you the concept there. We're not going to guarantee all these games are going to go like that, but that was nice. And I mean, you saw what kind of threats the opponent was bringing there. We would have been dead long before that. We hadn't been able to fog and then wipe the board when we did. That was a mono green Stompy coming with all the heavy hitters. Okay, this looks okay. We'll go ahead and keep this. Play Elves turn 1 and probably Rejuvenator turn 2. Not sure what our opponent's doing here. He must have already kept his hand because he's going first. Okay, there we go. Looks like we might have mono red here. Play our elves. This might get killed by the firebrand, in which case we won't be able to play Rejuvenator next turn. We'll just play another elf. Or he might just shock it or something like that. Oh, he'll kill it with the fire brand. I was kind of expecting that. Yeah, there's another one. So our other elf probably get taken out by that, but if they're killing the elves, that's less damage we're taking. Alright, so we'll go ahead and play another forest and our elf. That'll most likely get killed as well. And he shots it. Okay, well that was 2 damage that we didn't take though. That our fogs couldn't stop. Okay, here we'll just Elvish Rejuvenator, another target, and pull land out of our deck. Okay, we'll go ahead and take the Timber Gorge since it's coming tapped anyway. And then pass it back. Lightning Strike us. Maybe another shock for the Rejuvenator. Unless he's just going to play a Goblin Chain Whittler next turn, in which case we won't bother shocking the Rejuvenator. Okay, just hits us with it. Okay, Kindling Phoenix, that might be an issue. Um, okay, for now I think we just Gift of Paradise. Make sure our mana or lands tap correctly here. I want to put it on the untapped forest. Actually, it doesn't really matter because we're not going to use our mana for anything, but it's a good habit to make sure that your mana or your lands tap correctly in Arena because they won't always tap the way you want them to. Actually, we can cast Pause for Reflection now. So we'll just pass it back. Guessing our opponent just swings in here. He doesn't have any cards left. Attack. Let's go ahead and cast our Fog. We got to use the Elvish Rejuvenator for the Convoke cost, so that only costs us 2 mana. And saved us 4 damage. Okay, we drew Pirate's Village here. We might want to cast that for the cards. I think we do that. We get rid of Elvish Rejuvenator. We draw another Fog effect and a land to play. And then we go ahead and pass it back. Oh, we don't want to attack. Pass. There we go. Our opponent plays another land. We'll play our Pause for Reflection. Invoking with the Rejuvenator again. Our opponent's going to kill our Rejuvenator with the Firebrand. So we won't get any more Convokes out of him. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we don't have enough mana to cast the Fight with Fire yet. I think We play another Gift of Paradise on our forest. We gain another 3 life, and then we'll play our circuitous route. We'll grab our 2 islands. And then pass. Opponent has a lava runner. It's going to deal 6 to us, bringing us down to 12. And we drew another land. That's not what we need right now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we can just cast a Fight with Fire kick without using our treasures. I want to do that right now, targeting our opponent and the lava runner. Killing the lava runner here will um, push the clock back another turn for us, since he'll be attacking in with 4 instead of 6. So we'll sacrifice the damage we would have done to our opponent to get rid of that lava runner. And then I'm actually going to not play our land for the turn in case we draw another Pirate's Village next turn. We'll be able to discard that. Okay, opponent's going to Lightning Strike us, so we'll take 7 this turn. And another land. So we may not get there this time. Especially since that Chain Wheeler is going to kill us. We'll be taking another 4 from the Phoenix. And that'll be game. So didn't quite get there that time. I have beaten the mono red decks in testing with this deck, but it's really depends on what you draw. Just go ahead and jump into another game here. There wasn't really much we could do about this Phoenix. If it didn't come back from the graveyard, I might have just used that Fight with Fire on the Phoenix. But with the recursion, there's not really much we could do. Lava Coil would probably be something that I would have in the sideboard for this deck. I haven't put together a sideboard yet, since I've just been playing the single games on Arena, but definitely something you could use in that situation. We only have 2 lands. I'd like to have a third, but I don't really want to mulligan, so we'll go ahead and try this. Hopefully we'll hit our land drop on 3 and be able to play that Rejuvenator. See what our opponent's bringing here. Might have mono red again. Okay, we did hit a land, so we'll be able to play our Rejuvenator next turn. Another red land. But opponent plays nothing. I wonder what we're facing here. Maybe mono red with a bad hand. I don't know. Just try to get some more land here. Get lightning strike. I guess that's why they were holding up the mana. We'll take another Timber Gorge. And opponent passes with no land drop. So I think what we're gonna do here, we'll go ahead and play our Pirate's Village. We will drop a land, hope to draw another one. Either way, we'll be ramping because we'll be getting the 2 treasures. It's gonna do a little bit of damage to us there. Okay, we did draw another land, so we'll go ahead and play that. And then we'll get in for 1 here with our Rejuvenator. Now, next turn, if we want, we could cast Pirate's Village and then also copy with expansion, drawing us 4 cards and getting 4 treasure. So we may end up doing that. Opponent's just going to hold back the Firebrand. Okay, so I think we do that here. We'll, you know what? Let's go ahead and attack first. And we're gonna play our Pirate's Village. We will discard our elves and cast expansion. We'll need to sacrifice one of our treasures to do that. So we'll make a red. Let that resolve. Now we'll be drawing 4 cards and getting 4 treasure. Alright. And then I think we just pass. I get shocked. Okay, so right now we have a total of 10 mana. Opponent holds back the Firebrand still. Alright, so we'll play our land. What do we have? I'm gonna hold on to that Recollect for now. We're gonna go ahead and cast our Gift with Paradise. Gift of Paradise on our forest, gaining us 3 life, which we need right now. I don't think we'll need the fog next turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and play our circuitous route, getting us 2 more lands. We'll go ahead and get our islands in case we want to cast Explosion. And I'm actually going to swing in with this Rejuvenator again since our opponent's not attacking or blocking. He's going to cast Risk Factor. Do we want to take the damage here? Take the damage here. Okay, I'm going to just hold back the Rejuvenator though. Okay, so what are we up to now? 4, 6, 8, 9, plus 5 treasures. We have 14 mana. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is just use the Recollect. We're going to get Expansion Explosion out of our graveyard. What does that leave us with? 5, 6, 7, plus 5 is 12. We could do 8 to our opponent. 9, 10. And then we'd have 10 lands. We'll draw an 11th and do another. Okay, so I think we can actually cast Explosion on our opponent's end step and then be able to Banefire next turn for the win. So we're going to try to do that. Might play Risk Factor on our end step here. Okay, don't want to go down to 6, so we'll just let him draw the card this time. Hopefully our opponent won't be able to burn us out this turn. Don't think he will, but we'll see. Alright, Chain Whirler, so that's not a big deal. The Rejuvenator will die, but still no attacks from the Firebrand. Okay, so we're gonna sacrifice all of our treasures here. Okay, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we are going to Explosion for 8, targeting our opponent, targeting us to draw. We are going to deal 8 damage to our opponent and draw 8 cards. All we needed was 1 untapped land, which we did draw. And then we'll use our Banefire to deal 10. And there we go. Alright. And that's why I like Expansion and Explosion on the deck. It's versatile. We used it to copy Pirate's Pillage, drawing us 4 cards and getting 4 treasure. We brought it back out of our graveyard, used it to hit our opponent to the face, draw a bunch of cards, and that put us within range to finish him with a Banefire. Alright, so we're 2-1. Pretty good for this deck, I'd say. We'll go ahead and jump into another game. I'm sorry, I was totally not paying attention. Eric was in here and didn't even have chat up or anything. Okay, let me get back here. Yeah, this looks okay. Oh, it says hello. We'll go ahead and get our elves out here. And pass the turn. Alright, play our Rootbound Crag. Definitely not going to swing in with the elves, so we'll just pass. Looks like our opponent's on mono black here. Probably zombies. We got a Death Baron coming out. No blocks. I'm not going to use our fog for that. Go and play that. No attacks. I think we still hang on to a fog. We can take 3. That's not really a big deal. Undercity Necrolis. Okay. Opponent's not swinging with the Death Baron. I don't know if he's afraid of a combat trick, maybe, but that's fine with me. I'll just take the 1. Okay, now we have another forest. We'll play our circuitous ones. Go ahead and grab our islands. And then we'll pass. We don't have the mana up for pause for reflection here, so we're gonna take quite a bit of damage now that the opponent has the other Death Baron out. If he swings in with everything, that'll be 9 altogether. But we are able to play Star of Extinction next turn. Okay, opponent sacks his Doom Dissenter to get another zombie and put a counter on his Lich. He's attacking in for 9. We'll say no blocks. Going down to 9. Go ahead. Play a mountain. We'll play our Star of Extinction. We'll target his untapped land. And wipe the board. And then pass it back. Okay, we have 8 mana now. And much wide open. We do have 1 fog. But we just drew a Carnage Tyrant. Okay, we have Reassembling Skeleton. And a Barrier of Bones. I don't think our opponent wants to swing into Carnage Tyrant right now. Okay, so let's see where we're at. 5, 6, 7, 10 mana. And I think we just go ahead and swing with Carnage Tyrant here. I'm not going to worry about holding him back for blocks. We do have a fog. And right now, what's on the board will only be taking 4. Our opponent might have another Death Baron. Nope. Walking Corpse. Five, 6, 7, 10. Okay, so I think we play the fog here. We're going to swing in with Carnage Tyrant, Banefire, hopefully. Okay, opponent chooses to only block with the Barrier Bones, putting him down to 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll go ahead and Banefire for 9. Now, if he would have blocked with that Walking Corpse, we would have had to wait until next turn and try to attack Carnage Tyrant time. But that put him down low enough, and we got him to 0. So, what is that, 3 and 1? Pretty good. Actually, a lot better than I was expecting this deck to do. But okay, so we got a pack and 100 coins. That's just from the daily quest. That has nothing to do with the event that we're on. But we are at 3-1. That gets us 400 gold and 3 cards. So one more, and we'll earn the 500 gold that it took to enter the event. Go ahead and jump into another game here. Come on. But Deck's performed pretty well so far. We did get killed one time by the mono red deck, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with the way it's been performing so far. Okay, we got 2 fogs, a bunch of land, and expansion explosion. Our 2 islands in our hand, which is kind of odd. I think we have to just keep this up. Meteor Mountain. I want to play the red green land the first turn there. What is this? No idea what we're playing against here. Okay. It's a mirror match in the way of the lands. Opponent says nice. Playing the same colors. Oh, he's going to destroy our land. You know what, opponent? I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Do not want to be down on land. Well, he destroyed our island, which isn't really a big deal. We don't really need them. I'm sure he doesn't know that, but the only thing in the deck that we're going to use them to cast is Explosion. And by the time we want to cast that, we'll probably have another treasure anyway. Okay. Our opponent's ramping as well. I'm really curious to see what this deck is. Oh, that was one thing I forgot to do is I do have a couple things like steam vents and that I could put in here. I need to go back and fix the lands in this deck. But we don't really need the steam vents in this deck, honestly. Um, we really only need the 2 blue mana for explosion, like I was talking about. So I might just leave it like this. Our opponent, though, I don't know what they're doing with the green in their deck besides just ramping. Maybe he's on a similar plan to us. Uh, there we go. Still hasn't played anything of note yet. Primal Amulet, there we go. Maybe we're facing Storm type deck. could be it. Let's see if we can get our carnage tyrant down here. I'm not sure what, if anything, our opponent's going to have to deal with this. Okay, that works. That definitely works. Opponent's using our own tricks against us. Get this gift of paradise out. And there's a counter from our opponent. Doesn't want us ramping or gaining the life, I imagine. Since I'm assuming he's going to be burning us out. Don't think we're going to end up winning this game. This really, I don't think, is a very good matchup for us. Amulet's about to go off here. Yeah, opponent's going to double opt. And we'll see if he has something like a Banefire or just a bunch of shocks. Or lightning. Double cast those. Right now he's ramping some more lands out. We'll play our circuitous route. Try to get ourselves a couple more lands. Opponent ionizes. Actually, what I should have done is probably use my Star of Extinction and tried to kill the Primal Wellspring, but he would have countered that as well. He's going to copy the Banefire. Says good game. So, opponent was kind of on the same plane as us, just using a few possibly better cards, a little bit different game plan there. So we are 3-2. One more loss and we'll be out of the contest. But we're gonna see if we can get that fourth win and get ourselves up to the 500 goal we spent to get there. We'll also get 3 cards. Um, if we lose this one, it's only uncommon ones that you're guaranteed. If we get up to the 5th win, 4th win, at least 1 rare and 2 uncommons. We'll see how we do here. Yeah, this looks okay. We have 3 fogs, a pirate's village, and 3 land. See what our opponent has here. The Memorial to Folly. So we're looking to Gift of Paradise next turn, and then Pirate's Pillage the turn after that. If Wild Growth Walker, looks like we have the gold right deck. And that Wild Growth Walker could be a problem for us, getting our opponent a bunch of life. So if we do draw a Fight with Fire, we might end up using it on the Walker if it's still within range, just to stop our opponent from gaining more life and getting that Walker up higher. And he has another one, so no triggers yet. Draw an Elf. Um, so I'm actually going to discard one of our Fogs. We get 2 Bane Fires. Fire Elf. And then pass. That's 7, 8. We'll have 8 mana at least next turn. Ranch Walkers, so that's going to trigger both the Wild Growth Walkers. They're going to go up to 2/4, and our opponent's going to gain 6 life. This is not good for us. And opponent attacks, so no blocks. We take the 4, going to 18. And we draw an island. I think we have to get rid of one of these walkers. Oh, that was the TV. Let me take care of that. Not sure what happened there. My cable box just freaked out. Okay, so we'll do 4 damage to Wild Growth Walker. And then we'll pass. Okay, he has a Midnight Reaper. So no more triggers on the Walker this turn. I think we just take this 5. Take this 5. No, I think we use one of our root snares. Maybe draw another land. Okay, so that puts us up to 7, 8, 9, 10. Not sure what the right call is here. I think we still need to take out that other Wild Growth Walker. I don't want to waste the Banefire here, but if he just, plays one Jade Light Ranger, that's going to gain him 6 life. So I think we need to get rid of that. We might end up using a Memorial to Folly to get one back, or just cast something like Find and get both of them back. But I don't really think that the right answer there. Maybe 2 Llanowar Elves. When it swings in for 6, I think we just take 6 this time. Bring us at 12. We play Gift of Paradise on our forest. Bring us a little bit of health back. And then we'll pass. I think we're going to be forced to play our last fog here. And we have a Vraska. And it's going to make a 2-2. Attacking for 7. We actually just take the 7. That'll put us at 8. We draw another land. And we're going to live at least one more turn thanks to Fog or Root Snare. Is he worried about Settle the Wreckage because we have treasure? And Gift of Paradise? So he's attacking with 6? Okay. Well, if he's not attacking with lethal, I'm not going to waste the Fog. You can just put our life down to 1 next turn anyway. Vraska's ultimate. And he gets Eldest Reborn. Okay, we got Fight with Fire. Okay, here's... No, we still won't win that way. Huh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're gonna Fire Mountain. Do that. Two, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna kill a bunch of these creatures. Our opponent's going to lose 6 life, draw 6 cards. And we're still dead on board from the Dead Eye, or the Eye Tracker, the Seeker Squire, but we do have Fog. The reason I tapped along where I was for mana this turn was because I was expecting him to play that Eldest Reborn. Elves are dead. He's going to attack in. We'll sacrifice this for green. Now play our roots there. And we live one more turn. Opponent makes a pirate. And we're dead. Game opponent. Go ahead and concede. Well, that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't think we did too bad. We went 3-3. So that's pretty good for like a janky, budgety deck, I'd say. We'll go ahead and claim our rewards for the event. We went 3-3, so we get 403 cards. Fungal Plots, Nightmare Spirits, and Dusk Legion Dreadnought. Well, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the deck. Let me know what you think down there in the comments. Um, oh, Eric, you made it back there. Sorry I didn't have the chat up earlier. I hope you enjoyed the deck. I did do a deck tech at the beginning of the video, which probably won't be back up until the deck or the video finalizes. But yeah, sorry, man. I was half awake still. I didn't even expect anybody to be in the stream, honestly. But I should have put the chat up. I do have it to where I can have it up here. Why is it not showing now? There we go. It's not there. There we go. But thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you guys next time.